La 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 la. La 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 la.
Avatar Meher Baba was not always known as Avatar Meher Baba. When he was born and while he was growing up, his name was Merwan Irani.
La 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 la.
So why does everybody now call him Avatar Meher Baba?
La 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 la.
We will find that out soon. But first, let's find out where he was born.
La 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 la.
He was born a long time ago, way back in 1894, on February 25th, 1894, in the city of Pune, in the state of Maharashtra, in the country of India. He was born in the land known for its spirituality. India.
La 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 la.
Merwan's father was named Sheriarji, and he was born in Persia, in present-day Iran, and came to India when he was 21 years old. Merwan's mother, Shirin Mai, was born in Bombay, and they got married and moved to Pune. In Pune, they had a family and had 7 children, Merwan being the second child. When Merwan was a boy in Pune, he loved to play cricket. He had lots of friends and was the co-captain of the cricket team. He also liked to play marbles and fly kites and ride his bicycle around Pune. He went to the English school where he learned many things. He liked to write stories and poems in English and had some published. He also liked to write poems in Urdu, Gujarati, Hindi and Persian. But now, we'll find out why his name changed from Merwan to Meher Baba. Because something happened to him once while he was coming home from school. When Merwan was 18 years old, he started going to Deccan College. One day, while riding his bicycle home from college, he looked to the side of the road and saw Babajan. Babajan was very old and very wise. She lived outdoors under a large neem tree. Lots of people liked her and some kids were afraid of her. But that day, Merwan saw something in Babajan that captured his attention. Merwan stopped his bicycle and went to see her. She was an amazing woman with sparkling eyes. Merwan liked her and started to spend lots of time with her. But one day, as Merwan was sitting with Babajan, she asked him to come closer, and Babajan kissed Merwan on his forehead. When she did, Merwan felt a wonderful feeling of happiness. A feeling so amazing, he became dazed and forgot himself and his surroundings. What happened? Babajan gave young Merwan enlightenment, which means becoming one with God. But you know, When Merwan felt the enlightenment, he remembered that this was not the first time he felt enlightenment, but that he had already felt enlightenment ages ago. Babajan's kiss helped Merwan to remember that he was the first person in all history who had ever known enlightenment, and that he had took birth as Merwan to help everybody on earth to start living in such a way that they too could one day experience the truth of enlightenment. When Merwan felt enlightenment, he was danced for a long time. After he started to feel more normal, he decided to go look for others who might help him with his high state of enlightenment. Masters who might help him to come back to normal. He went first to Narayan Maharaj of Kirgaon. And then to Tajuddin Baba of Nagpur. Then he went to Sai Baba of Shirdi. And Upasni Maharaj of Sakori. He went to these great masters who each gave him something that he needed to help him with his high state and to get back to normal. And to start doing his life's work. And what was Merwan's life's work? Was he going to be a goat herder? Was he going to be a farmer? Was he going to be a truck driver or rickshaw driver? No, he was going to be the avatar. And what does the avatar do? He helps people to understand and love God. That was his job. That was his work. And after meeting the masters and coming back to normal, he went to work. The first thing he did when he began to work was to invite others around him who wanted to know about God. Lots of people began to feel that there was something special about Merwan and they wanted to be around him. So he talked with them and told them about God. This was Merwan's specialty. He knew all about God because he was one with God. And his work was to help others to know God. He worked in Bombay and he worked in Pune. And he worked in Ahmednagar and he worked at Meherabad near the village of Arangam. One day while he was with a group of those he was working with, one amongst them felt that Merwan was too common a name for someone who knew so much about God. He felt that Merwan needed to have a new name, a special name, a great name, and called Merwan Meher Baba. That's when Merwan name changed from Merwan to Meherabad, which means the compassionate father. On July 10, 1925, Meherabad decided that for his own reasons, he was going to stop speaking. So he did. But then a problem came up that if he was going to be silent, he couldn't tell people about God. But he solved the problem. Meherabad decided that he was going to both keep silent and tell people about God by spelling out what he wanted to say. So he got an alphabet board and spelled out his words on it. That way he could both keep silent and tell people what he wanted to say. Meherabad said, "He is the avatar, and the avatar is for everyone." So after Meherabad traveled around India and Iran, he decided to go to other countries. He went to England and America first.
This is Sri Sadhguru Meherabad, who has been completely silent for 7 years. I will ask him a few questions and he will reply by means of his alphabet board.
Then Italy and France and Switzerland and Egypt and Iraq and China. He said he wanted to lay cables, and that means to connect the whole world together. But why did he want to connect the whole world together when people from different parts of the world seem so different? Because he said that in spite of all the superficial differences among people, he wished to bring a feeling of unity amongst them and to bring together all the different religions in the world. Because with the feeling of unity, people stop fighting with each other and learn to love each other, stop competing with each other and learn to work together. And by bringing all the different religions of the world together, we would see that all the religions have the same value, and we would stop feeling so proud that our religion was better than others.
You are like the sea that reaches every distant shore. You are like a river that rolls. You are like the mountain that spans the highest places. You are like the rain that falls on whom love grazes. You are like
Meherabad certainly had a lot of work to do, just like a gardener has a lot of work to do. Meherbaba's work was a lot like that of a gardener. If there is no one to take care of garden, weeds would grow too big and the flowers wouldn't get enough water to grow. The gardener knows which plants grow best in the sun and which plants grow best in the shade, and he moves the ones that grow best in the shade out of the sun. The best gardeners are the ones who know the most about plants. It is because of their knowledge and love for plants that they become master gardeners.
But you are the maker of saints, you are eternal bliss.
Meherbaba loves people like a gardener loves plants. He knows everything required to live a beautiful and happy life. He knows everything needed to help people live better lives. He is the master of life, and he loves life, and he loves people, and his work was to create beautiful gardens out of people's lives. Sometimes he wanted some help in his work, so he went out looking for musts to help him. Musts are unique people. They are so in love with God that they don't care at all about the world. But being so in love with God, they were just the people Meherbaba found most useful for his work. He went all over India to find them. They helped Meherbaba to do his work, and then Meherbaba helped them to love God even more. In 1949, when he was 55 years old, Meherbaba decided to give up everything that he had and start a brand new life. It would be a much harder life because in his new life, Meherbaba and those with him were going to have to beg for their food and sleep in the open and walk everywhere they went. In other words, they were going to depend only on God for their survival. Meherbaba called it the new life. It lasted for 2.5 years until 1952. He traveled all over India. He started with 20 companions, 4 lasted with him to the end. He wanted to live a life that seekers of God could learn from. He said that if anyone gives up lying, hating and cheating, and doesn't hurt anyone or don't talk bad about anyone, who stops being greedy and possessive, and who aren't afraid of anyone or anything, and can do all this while staying 100% cheerful, then they too can live the new life. After Meher Baba's new life, he went to America, where he had a bad car accident. Then he recovered from his accident, came back to India, and started to travel again all over India to tell people that he was Avatar. Up to then, he told only some people that he was the Avatar. But now, he wanted to let everybody know that he was the one who could help them and that they should come to him to receive his love and blessings. That's when he got the name Avatar. Now his full name became Avatar Meher Baba. He said he is the ancient one, the greatest of all, the highest of the high, and he took birth to live as a man amongst men, but that he was really both man and God. He went from place to place to let people know, and many people came to see him, and many people became lovers of Avatar Meher Baba. Meher Baba continued to work and to travel. He went to America again, and he also went to Australia. But when he came back to India, he had another bad car accident and suffered a lot of pain. This accident was harder to recover from than the last one, and he was in a lot of pain when he tried to walk. Instead of traveling anymore, he gave people the opportunity to come and see him in Pune. He had two very big gatherings in Pune, one in 1962 called the East-West Gathering and another one in 1965. In between these events, he would stay in seclusion, away from people, and continue to do his work for the world. In August of 1968, Avatar Meher Baba said that his work was now finished. He said he did everything he wanted to do in his lifetime to help people and to tell them about God. He worked very hard his whole life and was very tired from working so hard. The two accidents he was in gave him a lot of pain in his body. In January of 1969, he became very weak and his body was giving him a lot of trouble. He told those around him to remember that he wasn't just an ordinary man, and that when he died, The result of all his work would help people, and they would realize that he was really God who came as a man. Avatar Meher Baba left his body on January 31, 1969, to live in the hearts of his lovers everywhere. Now nobody can see him, but we can feel him in our hearts. Being God, he cannot die. He is always with us, and when we love him, we can feel him and we can know that he is there.